Sports Network, and they can watch it for free on Facebook.
Sports Network. Okay, thank you.
I mean, I don't mind if they come do it, but they can. I'm doing it already. Okay. Let me make sure I got that right. Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Gators. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, Gator fans, fixing to get it started right here. On the mound today, we got junior Isaiah Amant. Zephyr behind the plate, Moran at first, Denton at second, Bourgeois at short, Amadei at third base, running out the infield. Left field, Reed Brignac.
Number 33, Isaiah Amant.
Cole Poirier in center field, and Aaron Day in right field. Gators come in winning their first 2 games, a 4-2 victory against Ascension Catholic, and last night the Gators with a 12-2 victory over St. Michael.
Leading off this evening for the Skippers, second baseman number 3, Brenton Gant.
All right, first pitch. Ball outside. 1-0 count. Just getting underway, top of the first. First batter for Mandeville Skippers. He swung, said he went around. That'll even the count at 1-1. Another ball outside, 2-1. So the leadoff hitter for Mandeville here in the top of the first. That ball's hit just over the second baseman's head for a single. Whoever
Now
runner on
third
first.
baseman number 6, Wes Carr.
Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the first. Runner takes off. Ball's hit into left field. Brignac comes over, makes the play for the out, and the runner retreats back to first base. So 1 out here in top of the first, 1 on.
Now batting right fielder number 12, Crawford Stewart.
One out, 1 on, top of the first. Ball downstairs, 1-0 count. On the 3-hole hitter for the Skippers. Must have been up. Ball upstairs, 2-0. Ball outside, 3-0. 1 on, 1 out, 3-0 to count on the batter. Call strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Had to run the count full. Runner on first, full count on the 3-hole hitter for Mandeville. 1 out. Ball 4. That's going to put runners on first and second with 1 out.
Nail biting pitcher number 24, Remy Marsh.
Call, strike 1. Runners on first and second. 1 out. 0-1 count to the 4-hole hitter for the Skippers. Ball out. Bring the count even at 1-1. One count. 1 out, top of the first, 2 on. And he went around. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Top of the first inning, just getting underway. Ball 2-2, the count. That's going to bring the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on here in the top of the first. And he rings him up. So 2 outs in the inning now.
Nail biting shortstop number 1, Nick Schwing.
2 outs, 2 on, top of the first. Mandeville with 1 hit so far. And then a walk. Got the runner over. Ball in the dirt, gets past the catcher. It's going to be a wild pitch, allowing both runners to advance to second and third. Still here with 2 outs. One 0. 2 outs. Top of the first, 2 on. Swing and a miss. That ball's hit into left field. Short. Brignac runs in. That ball's going to fall behind him. That's going to score a run. It's going to score 2 runs for the Skippers.
Nail biting catcher number 32, Will Tamplane.
So 2-0 here. 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Amant pitching for the Gators. That ball's popped up to the right side. He gives chase, and it winds up in the net. It's a 0-1 count. Ball in the dirt. Gets stopped by Zephyr behind the plate. That ball's fouled out of play. It's going to cross Church Point. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. 2 across for the Skippers here in the top of the first. That ball's hitting the right field. Looks like it's tailing foul, and it does wind up in the bullpen down the right field line. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Amant steps off. And he hit the batter.
Now batting first baseman number 27, Brody Stevens. All right, back to action here. 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. Skipper's up 2-0. Ball outside. Ball on the outer half. Pass ball, allowing runners to advance to second and third. Still here with 2 outs. Call strike one on the outside corner. That'll bring the count to 2-1. Gators need it out here. That ball's popped. Foul out of play. That'll even the count at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, two across here for the Skippers in the top of the first. And that's going to bring the count to full. Swing and a miss. That's going to retire the side. But in the inning, they get a couple hits, couple runs, and they leave one. We go to the bottom of the first.
Please remember to maintain social distancing, and per Ascension Parish School Board policy, masks are to be worn for the entirety of the game. Leading off for the Gators, third baseman, number 25, Lee Amant. This one.
So Amade leads off. Zephyr's second. Josh Denton will hit third. Alex Adair hitting the cleanup spot. Dale hitting the fifth spot. Dallas Moran in the sixth hole. Evan Bourgeois in the 7 hole. Poirier will be in the 8 hole. And rounding it out is Reed Brignac in the 9 hole. How even the count at 1-1 to your leadoff hitter for the Gators. Here in the bottom of the first, Lee Amade. Ball upstairs. Call strike two. That'll even it at 2-2. Oh, and that ball's up in tight. That's going to run the count full here to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the first for the Gators. I'm a dead to play for the Gators. That ball's bounced through the right side. Second baseman makes a good play over in time to record the out. And one away here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting catcher, number 1, Slade Zephyr.
That's going to bring Slade Zephyr to the plate with one out. That ball's hit in the right field. It's going back. Right fielder makes a play on it, catches it, and retires Zephyr. Zephyr gave it a ride. Good play by the right fielder. He went a long ways to get that ball.
Now batting second baseman number 6, Josh Denton.
2 down, bottom of the first. Gators trail by 2. Denton at the plate for the Gators. Oh, and that hits him. And Denton will take his little jog down to first base, and that's going to bring up number 8, Alex Hebert.
Now batting designated hitter number 8, Alex Hebert.
One on, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Gators down 2-0. That ball's on the outside. 1-0 count. All in the dirt. One on, 2 outs. 2-0 count to the batter, Alex Hebert. Throw back to first, back in time. Called strike. 2-1 count. 4-hole hitter, Alex Hebert. Denton fakes, throw back, not in time. Three-one count to the batter. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Gators down 2 runs. That ball's hit in the right field. Right fielder camps under it and makes the play to retire the side. So the Gators get no hits, no runs, and 1 man left. We go to the top of the second. Mandeville 2, San Amant 0.
What number is it? Leading off this inning for the Skippers, designated hitter number 22, Austin Hurd.
Hey, man. Duck Cruise Network. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, and we got a hit batter.
Now batting center fielder number 15, Peyton Chason. And he is done. Yes.
All right, we're gonna make a change here. They're gonna bring in, looks like number 31, Cameron Ponce. That's right,
Ponch.
Cameron Ponce.
18?
Yep.
You said 18?
31, I believe, is his number.
Cameron Planche.
Yeah.
Now pitching for the Gators, number 31, Cameron Planche.
All right, Cameron Ponce on the mound for the Gators. No outs here in the bottom of the second. One man on first, and he tries to lay a bunt down, fouls it off. One strike on the batter.
You got it.
And the bunt. And the bunt is successful.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Brenton Gant.
So now we got 2 on. Still nobody out. Top of the second inning. 2 across for the Skippers. Here's the pitch. Another bunt attempt. Foul straight back. Ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Bunt is successful and we cannot make a play. The bases are loaded.
Now batting third baseman number 6, Wes Carr.
Anybody know who's pitching?
For
Bases loaded, one strike. Infield entered the corners, double play depth in the middle. Two one. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, bases loaded, top of the second. Mandeville is up 2-0. That ball's popped up in the short right field. Second baseman comes over, makes a play. No tag at the plate. That's a good play by
Now batting right fielder number 2,
Josh Denton
Crawford
over there at
Stewart.
first base. He ran a long way to get that ball. One ball, no strikes. Base is still loaded, 1 out. Call strike 1. Call strike 2. Two count, 1 out. Top of the second, and he rings him up. Call strike 3. And that's a huge strikeout.
Now batting pitcher number 24, Remy Marsh.
That'll put the infield at regular depth. Bases loaded, 2 outs now. One ball, no strikes.
Yeah. I think the timer's got it filled out.
That ball's hit high in there. Planche coming over, first baseman coming over. Planche makes the play to retire the side and get out of this big jam we were in. So going to the bottom of the second, it's Aaron Day leads off the bottom of the second. Start with a 1-0 count. One ball, one strike. And here to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning. Day swings through. Bring the count to 1-2. Ball downstairs. That'll even the count at 2-2. That ball's hit in the deep center field, and it's going to land over his head, and Day's going to stand up at second base with a leadoff double.
Now batting first baseman number 29, Dallas Moran.
And Day gets hung up and picked off. Two, you count, one out, nobody on. 3-2, I'm sorry. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Moran strikes out for the second out of the inning.
Now batting shortstop number 9, Evan Bourgeois.
That's going to bring up Evan Bourgeois to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Call strike 1 on the outer half. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Skipper's up 2-0. Call strike 2. Swing and a miss. That's going to retire the side. So 3 batters
Please
come to the
remember
plate.
to maintain social distancing, and per Ascension Parish School Board policy, masks are to
3
be
batters
worn
to
for
the plate,
entirety
3
of
outs.
the game.
1 hit, nobody left.
Yeah, anything.
We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Mandeville 2, Gators 0.
Still plunge up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Leading
Number
off
one.
this inning for the Skippers, shortstop number 1, Nick Schwing.
Two nothing here. Starting the top of the third. Skippers on top. Foul ball out of play. So Plunge gets ahead of the leadoff hitter for the Skippers. Ball 1-1 count. Fouled out of play. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the leadoff hitter here in the top of the third inning. Skippers are up 2-0. Gonna bring the count even.
Making graphics.
Call strike 3. And Cameron strikes out the leadoff hitter.
Now batting catcher number 32, Will Tamplane.
One out, top of the third. Skipper's up 2-0. Ball upstairs. That ball's fouled. First baseman gives chase, makes the play. Moran comes down with it for the second out of the inning.
Now batting first baseman number 27, Brody Stevens.
2 outs, top of the third. That ball's hit in the air. Shortstop coming on. Camps under it, makes the play. Bourgeois catches it to retire the side. So a 3 up and 3 down inning for the Gators here at the top of the third.
Leading off this inning for the Gators, center fielder number 10, Cole Poirier.
So Poirier's going to lead off the bottom of the third for the Gators. In a 2-0 deficit right here. First pitch, swing and a miss. Ball downstairs. That'll even the count at 1-1. Call strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the third. And that ball's going to leave the yard. It's out of here in a hurry.
What a shot, man. Oh, what was that about?
What?
You saw him look back?
Who?
Cole, he looked back at one of his players. Said something.
So that's going
Now,
to
batting
cut the
left
lead in
fielder
half.
for Reed Brignac.
Nine-hole hitter Reed Brignac up. That ball's fouled out of play. Oh, 1 count. Call strike 2. Foul back out of play. Brignac stays alive. 0-2 count here in the bottom of the third. Skippers with a 2-1 advantage at this time. And Brignac hits one to deep left field. He's going back and he makes the play to retire Brignac.
Now batting third baseman number 25, Lee Amade.
He can do it.
Better believe it.
You know, all of that ball.
1 out, bottom of the third. Amade at the plate for the Gators. Ball downstairs. Call strike 1. 1-1, 1 out, bottom of the third. Gators down 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Ball downstairs, 3-1. Amade at the plate for the Gators. Ball outside. And he gets another free pass.
Now batting catcher number 1, Slade Zephyr.
So Amade on at first. Zephyr at the plate. Gators down 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Swing. Foul straight back. Bring the count to 0-1. Throw over to first, not in time. Another throw to first. That one gets away from the pitcher. Amade advances to second base. And that's going to make it a 2-1 count. That ball's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second. Bottom of the third. Gators down 2-1. That ball's popped out of play. Two count. Across the way in the Gold Dome, fixing to get a first round playoff game started between the Gators and Southside. Gator boys basketball. That ball upstairs, that's going to bring the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base. Zephyr at the plate and he swings and misses. That's going to bring to the plate Josh Denton.
Now batting second baseman number 6, Josh Denton.
With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And Josh Denton hits it to right field. Guy coming over, makes the play to retire the side. But the Gators get 1 hit, 1 run on the solo home run by Poirier.
Please remember to maintain social distancing and
Cut the lead in half, and we go to the top of the
Masks are to
fourth.
be worn for the entirety of the game.
Top of the 4th inning.
Leading off this inning for the Skippers, designated hitter number 22, Austin Hurd.
And Cameron Ponce comes out for his 3rd inning of work. Call strike 1. All outside. 1-1 you count here in the leadoff batter in the top of the 4th inning. Skippers with a 2-1 advantage at this time. That ball is fouled off. Ball upstairs. That's going to even the count at 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. And he reaches out for it. First baseman makes a play and it falls harmlessly to the turf. So he's going to get new life. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You run all the way down to first. You knew that was going.
Swing and a miss. And Plunge strikes the leadoff hitter out for out number one.
Now batting
First-
center fielder number
the
15,
fourth inning.
Peyton Chaselm.
So one out here in the top of the fourth.
Just eliminated the vote from his name. Chaselm.
Oh, strike one. Even the count at 1-1. Ball two. The ball's fouled back out of play. Even the count at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out here in the top of the fourth. Call strike three. And Plunge strikes out his second batter of the inning.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Brenton Gant.
Ball outside. One. Ball is grounded to first baseman. Plunge comes over to cover, makes the play to retire the side. So 3 up and 3 down for the Skippers here in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Mandeville 2, Sanma 1.
It's like fans, the only thing that works.
Okay, Will. It was better than nothing.
Yeah.
Alex Hebert. Leading off for the Gators here.
Leading off this inning for the Gators, designated hitter number 8, Alex Hebert.
Bottom of the fourth, Alex Hebert to lead it off for the Gators. Ball one, says the umpire. That ball's hit a ton. Left fielder going back,
Yes, it's off.
and off the wall. Hebert is going to go in the second with a stand-up double.
Yeah.
The wind is blowing out of here.
Now batting right fielder number 7, Aaron Day.
These balls are carrying. flags.
It looked like they were doing that one.
Oh, it's blowing
Oh,
out.
okay. I thought it just flooded.
Aaron Day.
Yeah, we did not.
And he went.
Anyway.
Tall strike.
Yeah, he did.
The ball's one strike, nobody out. Runner on second base. The leadoff hitter for the Gators. Alex Hebert on second base. Call strike 2.
Near the green.
Ball in the dirt. Hebert advances to third base. Ball upstairs. How do we even account at 2-2? Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at third. And Gators down to 2-1. Need to find a way to move this runner. Foul back. Ball outside. That runs the count full. Ball's grounded to second.
Yes.
Second baseman cannot make the play. So an error on the second baseman allows a run to score, and the Gators tie up the game.
Now batting first baseman number 29, Dallas Moran.
I got
I
edit.
just might be not thinking.
Edit. It's 3.
So 2-2. Runner on first. 1-0 count. Moran at the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Throw back. Not in time. That ball's bunted back to the pitcher. He looks at second base and goes, and he's safe on the error by the pitcher. So now the Gators have 2 on with nobody out.
Now batting shortstop number 9, Evan Bourgeois.
The big Evan Bourgeois. Ball outside. Oh, he called it a strike. 0-1 count on Bourgeois. And runners are off. they're gonna come in safely. So the runners advance on a wild pitch. And a 1-1 count on your batter, Evan Bourgeois. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Gators with 1 run across the tie at this inning. That ball's grounded through the hole to the right side. That 1 run is in. And Bravada holds the runner at third. So now the Gators are going to have runners on the corners. And up 3-2. Still with nobody out here.
Now batting center fielder number 10, Cole Poirier. They don't have anybody in the bullpen.
Coach's visit here. Runners on the corners. Still nobody out. That's going to bring Cole Poirier to the plate, who homered his last time up. Throw back to first, not in time. So 2 errors in the inning has allowed the Gators to take a 1-run lead. And that ball hits Poirier in the head. And that's going to load the bases for Reed Brignac.
Now batting left fielder number 4, Reed Brignac.
Bases loaded, Brignac at the plate, nobody out, and a ground ball to second base. Nope, cannot go to second, so run scores, RBI ground out for Reed Brignac, and we got runners at second and third.
Now batting
with
third
one
baseman number
one out.
25, Lee Amadei.
And Amadei to the plate. The Gators take a 4-2 lead on Mandeville with a ground out to second by Brignac. And that ball's hit a ton. He's going back, and that one's going to go to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Amadei heads for third with a triple. So a 2-run triple for Amadei. That make the score 6-2 Gators.
Now batting catcher number 1, Slade Zephyr.
Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And now we have action in the skipper bullpen. Amadei on third. Zephyr at the plate. Zephyr's 0 for 2 in the contest this far. Oh, and then it's way outside. Ooh. Throw back to third. Pretty close. But Amadei gets back in time. Ball downstairs. Just 6. Two 0 to count on Zephyr. Call, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. 4 across so far for the Gators. And they're up 6-2. That ball hit a ton in there. It looks like it's gonna reach the seats. Oh, he gets, and it falls right in front of the dugout. That's gonna make the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Gators up 6-2. Amant at third base. Ball downstairs. That's going to bring the count full. That ball's hit to the right side to second base. Over the first in time to get to retire Zephyr. Lee Amade holds at third base.
Now
we got
batting
2 outs.
base number 6, Josh Denton.
2 outs. Denton up. Denton so far in the contest is 0 for 1. And was hit by a pitch. Call strike 1. Run at third, 2 down. Bottom of the 4th. Gators looking to extend the lead here with Denton. And that ball gets by the catcher, and Amade's gonna score. So stretch across the 7th run for the Gators. And Gator basketball is just getting underway in the first period at the Gold Dome for the first round playoff game. And that game is on YouTube, the YouTube Duck Roost channel. And that ball's hit a ton. And it's going back. And it is gone. Josh Denton with a solo home run. And that's going to make the score 8-2. That's going to bring, it's going to bring on a pitching change, looks like. I think this is the second trip. We do have a pitching change. So the Gators 8, Mandeville 2, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning and a pitching change. All right, so report from the Gator freshmen are victorious tonight, 9-7 over Live Oak. Gators down 10-5 in the Gold Dome in the first round playoff game early in the first quarter.
Now batting designated hitter number 8, Alex Abear.
Sidearm throwing. Ball one. Ball two outside. So 2-0 to count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Gators up 8-2. Ball upstairs. 3-0 count. Ball 4. So Abear walks on 4 straight, and that's going to bring up Aaron Day to the plate with 2 outs here in the
Now
bottom of the
batting
fourth.
right fielder number 7, Aaron Day.
And that goes over his head, and throw back to first, not in time. One ball, no strikes. 5 consecutive balls by the new pitcher for Mandeville. And that hits him. So the Gators will have 2 on with 2 outs. That's going to bring Dallas Moran to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting first baseman number 29, Dallas Moran.
Call strike 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. Gators up 8-2. Ball inside. That's going to even the count at 1. that's going to load them up. So bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Evan
Nine,
Bourgeois to the
shortstop,
plate.
9, Evan Bourgeois.
And there's action again in the Mandeville pen. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th. Gators up 8-2. And that ball's grounded softly to second base. Second baseman comes up, makes the play to retire the side. Gators leave them loaded. But they do get
Please remember to
6
maintain
runs
social
in the inning.
distancing and per Ascension Parish School Board policy, masks are to be worn.
We
for
going to the
entirety of game.
top of the 5th inning. Gators up 8-2.
Lucky he's even playing at LSU. He should have got
Cameron Floss in for his 4th inning of work. He's pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Sorry, the Gators scratched 7 across that inning. They were down 2-1 to start at the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off this inning for the Skippers, third baseman number 6, Wes Carr.
Cameron Plunk's got 4 strikeouts in his 3 innings of work. And the Gators have taken a 26-23 lead in the second period over at the Gold Dome in their first round playoff game. Ball 3. And he walks him on 4 straight. And that's going to stir up a little action in the Gator bullpen.
Now batting right fielder number 12, Crawford Stewart.
I'm good.
One on, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Gators lead 8-2. Runner goes. Throw offline. Runner safe.
Brandon Kruger.
Huh?
No, it was not Xavier.
You just called nothing. That was a ball.
Yeah.
He did nothing.
That was a ball.
He did nothing.
And that's a hit batsman. And that's going to put 2 on with nobody out. Coach Ravada's going to come have a word with his pitcher. I can't tell who's warming up in the bullpen.
I think it was.
Coming tomorrow?
See,
You coming tomorrow?
All right, after that meeting. 2 on, nobody out.
Now batting number 24, Remy Marsh.
In the top of the 5th inning, Gators up 8-2. And that ball's popped up. Infield fly rule in effect, batters out. But handled by Denton.
Now batting
So one away.
shortstop, number 1, Nick Schwinn.
1 away, still two on for the Skippers here in the top of the 5th inning. Call strike 1. Two on, 1 out, top of the 5th. And the pitch. Call, strike 2. Oh, he caught at a ball. Wow. That was a pretty pitch. Must have been up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Top of the 5th. Gators up 8-2. Cameron Plunch on the mound in his 4th inning of work. And at halftime, the Gators are tied with Southside in the first round playoff game in the Gold Dome. Gator freshmen early have a 9-7 win over Live Oak. Call, strike. And that'll bring the count to full. I think the umpire thought he was ringing him up right there.
I've done that before. Really?
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 5th. And that ball's hit to center field. Poirier chases, makes a play. Runner tags from second. Throw doesn't make it in time. Runners at first and third with 2 outs now in the inning.
Now batting catcher number 32, Will Tamplane.
Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Ball's fouled straight back out of play. That ball's popped up. Josh Denton calls for the ball. Makes the player retire to side. And Mandeville gets 1 hit. No runs. And 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Gators up 8-2.
Leading off this inning for the Gators, center fielder number 10, Cole Poirier.
One ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. On the leadoff hitter for the Gators here in the bottom of the 5th, Cole Poirier.
Cuts are on.
Is that just a fan?
I don't know how to switch it to cool or whatever. Or I do, but like it never works.
Now batting left fielder number 4, Reed Brignac.
I heard a lot of people say bring me up. I say bring me up. I heard a lot of people say bring me up.
Yeah, that's what it is, bring it.
I feel like the lefties get the best chance to hit because he throws a lot of them.
Comes in
Yeah.
rather than coming out and then steers back. That's the first one.
So Cole walked.
Yeah.
So Cole gets on a walk. Brignac at the plate with a 1-1 count. Squares the bunt. Fouls it off in front of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter Cole Poirier on first base. Gators up 8-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Another throw back to first, not in time. Ball upstairs, 2-1 you count. Ball's grounded toward the middle. Second baseman comes up with it. No play. Error on the second baseman, allowing the runners to reach base. So 2 on, nobody out.
Third baseman, number 25, Lee Amadei.
Lee Amadei at the plate. Last time Lee Lee's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs on the night.
So who gets the win?
Plunge.
Yeah, that's right.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. That ball's way outside.
I'm just assuming that they keep the lead.
That ball's up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. On your leadoff hitter, Lee Amadei. Ball outside. Oh my goodness. Come on, Blue. Low and outside. And that ball did hit him. And the runners will advance. I don't know what happened there. We're trying to get some clarity. Whether or not the ball hit him or not. The runners will advance either way. So we have runners on second and third for sure. And Amadei will be, it did hit him. So hit by a pitch to load the bases. And that's going to bring up your catcher, Slade Zephyr. Amadei goes to first. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Where's it from? I don't know. They took it out of here, I think.
Now letting catcher, number 1, Slade Zephyr.
Zephyr had to play for the Gators. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Gators with an 8-2 lead. Called strike 1. Across the way in the Gold Dome, the Gators have a 6-point lead against Southside, 34-28, about midway through the third period. Ball downstairs. That'll even the count up at 1-1. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the fifth, bases loaded. Zephyr, your batter. That ball is grounded in the 6 hole. Shortstop cannot make the play. Another run scores. I'll take those.
Is it your
Now batting second baseman number 6, Josh Denton.
That might get hit. That was a hard ball to get to. I feel that hit.
you think you're
Sorry. Ball outside. Denton homered to deep center his last time up. Bases loaded still. 9-2 Gators. And that ball's hit pretty good in the right center, and that's nobody's going to get to it. And that's going to score 2 for sure. And he holds up the runner at third. He's safe. And that'll make it an 11-2 game with the winning run sitting on third base. Yeah, he gave it a hit.
really sharp as you're right.
Now batting designated hitter number 8, Alex Abear.
Who determines that?
Me personally?
Yeah, that's what.
So runners on second and third, the winning run, and Alex Abear at the plate. Gators need 1 run to end the contest right here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's going to do it, folks. Base hit up the middle, and that's going to be your ball game.
That's two
And he
runs.
hustles the second.
Just going.
And that's your ball game.
Just one.
Yeah.
The run, you can put the other run.
Yeah.
The other run counts because it happened during the play.
Yeah.
So the Gators, final score, Gators 13. Mandeville Skippers 2. We'll see you tomorrow. 12 noon. Gators will take on Lafayette High at Zachary Field. They'll also have a doubleheader tomorrow, so they'll take on the Zachary Broncos immediately following the game against Lafayette. Gators moved their record to 3-0 on the season. Everybody switch to YouTube and watch the completion of the Gators and Southside on YouTube. Once again, signing off. Gators win.